there is really truly one thing you need for an asset to perform extremely well in crypto. And I have to say that, despite this 7-month consolidation period that we've been on, in terms of ADA and really the rest of the crypto market, despite people talking, negatively about ADA and saying it's stuck and things like that, that hasn't mattered because this important thing is something that ADA has almost better than any other asset in crypto. I'm Luckside. Welcome to the channel. If you guys are new or haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below, hit that bell. Again, it's free to do. It'll keep you updated anytime there's new content live here on the channel. So just a few things about ADA in general. We are in fact seeing this wedge pattern play out that has been playing out for several months now. We're showing a lot of positivity. Sentiment is becoming more positive in terms of ADA. We are actually seeing transactions on the rise, which is a very good sign. We've climbed from the lowest point of transactions on October 6th at 26,900 transactions to now 43,750 transactions on October 19th. So this is a very positive trend. This is a very important trend reversal. And this is a reason why obviously we're seeing ADA start to build a little momentum here. It's not super fast. It's not making, major explosive moves to the upside. But what this is a foundational, essentially transition from bearishness to bullishness. And that's why we're setting higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. And the next surge for ADA may in fact be somewhere up in here. This isn't a guarantee. This isn't financial advice or anything like that, but everything seems to be playing out perfectly in terms of ADA. And the reason why I believe that ADA is going to have a very nice surge here, especially as we get into some very, very exciting times in terms of crypto in general, is because the thing that ADA has better than most of the other assets in crypto is optics. All right. Some people downplay this, but optics are probably the most important thing you can have. All right. You need to be in front of people. People need to know what's going on because you could have the best asset in the world, the fastest blockchain in the world. You could have the best tokenomics, but if nobody sees what you're talking about or nobody sees what you're doing, nobody really cares. All right. Let's be honest and call it what it is. But despite all the negativity, despite the haters, despite people making YouTube videos talking crap about ADA and the Cardano blockchain and things like that, guess what we continue to have? Great optics. We continue to have a community that is strong and shows out for polls and gets ADA and Cardano in the face of people. And that's a very important thing. And you'll even see a post right here, right? For example, this guy, but only 20,000 daily active users on chain. Literally doesn't matter. Doesn't matter at all. All right. You could have a product that nobody uses on chain, that nobody uses the blockchain. But if you continue to have large optics, if you continue to be in the face of people, that is far more important than on-chain performance. Now, does on-chain performance become a much bigger deal later on? Yeah, it does. All right. You need to see adoption. You need to see steps forward to see if you have a product that is going to stand the test of time. The great news is that, like I've talked about in many other videos, Cardano is taking some steps outside of the fun retail stuff that you're not really seeing from some other blockchains in the space. But this is a very important thing because optics are remaining high. Cardano is still getting in the face of people before things begin to get exciting again in the crypto market. And guys, we're on the verge of that, in fact, taking place right now. Okay. So I can't remember whether I showed this in an ADA video or not, or if it was another one, or if I showed it at all, but we're dropping out of this USDT dominance trend. And this is a very important sign because this is what happened, excuse me, during the last bull market cycle. As we got into alt season, we saw a huge drop off in USDT dominance because a lot of that capital is beginning to re-enter the space. Okay. And we do get a point where this drops off even more. And right now you guys can see we're right here. We are following this perfectly. We're dropping down. We're going to see a lot of that capital start to reflow back into the market. And coins that have some of the best optics, some ones that people are paying attention to the most, are the ones that are probably going to be the most direct recipients of this. And I want to remind people, when we look at this ADA chart, when we look all the way back here at what took place in October, leading all the way through March here, this was a time where optics were a very, very big deal. And guess what? Cardano had some similar metrics to what it has now, but optics were one of the most important things that it had. And we saw that ADA was in fact the direct recipient of billions of dollars entering the market. Okay. That is what we're positioned for right now. And the great news is that we're at a higher price point than we were back here. All right. Now, nobody knows what's going to happen. This isn't the past doesn't guarantee the future. Early market performance doesn't dictate late market performance. But I will say that this was the tease. Okay. This was the time where we saw some new outside capital entering the space. We saw some sitting here, currently re-entering the space. And now what we have is a lot of capital that's sitting on the sideline that has been here that's going to reflow into the market. And this may indicate a little bit, I lost my train of thought. This may be an indication of what trends follow from some of that new capital. They do pay attention to the large coins in the space. They pay attention to how long an asset's been around, and they pay attention to who's actually made steps forward during this market cycle. And guess what? That's been Cardano. That's been ADA. So don't sleep on this optics trend. The fact that the community has been resilient and been called a cult and things like that are actually beneficial. When you have a strong community, it's much more likely that a project or a product sticks around and continues to gain traction. I appreciate you guys. Have a great day. Let me know your thoughts below, but I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.